of Hosea, chapter 1 in the King James Version. The word of the Lord that came unto Hosea, the son of Beeri, in the days of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah, and in the days of Jeroboam, the son of Joash, king of Israel. The beginning of the word of the Lord by Hosea. And the Lord said to Hosea, Go, take unto thee a wife of whoredoms and children of whoredoms, for the land hath committed great whoredom, departing from the Lord. So he went and took Gomer, the daughter of Diblaim, which conceived and bare him a son. And the Lord said unto him, Call his name Jezreel, for yet a little while, and I will avenge the blood of Jezreel upon the house of Jehu, and will cause to cease the kingdom of the house of Israel. And it shall come to pass at that day that I will break the bow of Israel in the valley of Jezreel. And she conceived again, and bare a daughter. And God said unto him, Call her name Lo Ruhamah, for I will no more have mercy upon the house of Israel, but I will utterly take them away. But I will have mercy upon the house of Judah, and will save them by the Lord their God, and will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horses, nor by horsemen. Now when she had weaned Lo Ruhamah, she conceived and bare a son. Then said God, Call his name Lo Ami, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your God. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living God. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together and appoint themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel. Okay, so there's a lot here, sermon upon sermon. If you want additional information as to what was going on with both kingdoms, because the kingdom of Israel split right after Solomon, during Solomon's son's reign, the kingdom ended up splitting, and there was a reason for that split because of things that had been happening. And so there was Judah, the kingdom of Judah, which still had the capital as Jerusalem, and then you had Samaria, which was Israel, and the capital of Israel, I believe, was it moved a couple times. So correct me if I moved. It moved, I believe, once. I cannot recall. I may be wrong. Trying to recall this, but so it was the rest of Israel, the rest of the tribes. So there was like one and a half tribes of Judah, and then there was the rest of the tribes that were of Israel. And so during that time, you can take a look in 2 Kings and 2 Chronicles for additional information as to this time frame, as it says in verse 1, because it says, The word of the Lord that came unto Hosea, the son of Beeri, in the days of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah, and in the days of Jeroboam, the son of Joash, king of Israel. So that lands you in 2 Kings, 2 Chronicles, and it will show you where exactly during this time frame and what was going on in Israel and why this was said, which was about Jezreel and Jehu. And the Lord said unto him, verse 4, And the Lord said unto him, Call his name Jezreel, for yet a little while, and I will avenge the blood of Jezreel upon the house of Jehu, and will cause to cease the kingdom of the house of Israel. So there was a commander that was also brought back, but there was a commander that was leading Israel, and the prophet during that time told that army leader that he was going to end up being king over Israel as well, and that the kingdom was going to be divided. And if he were to praise and worship the Lord, if he were to worship the Lord, then it would just be a division of the house of Israel, of the kingdom of Israel. But that did not happen. may have been Jehu, led them astray. The kings of Israel all led them astray. They worshipped other gods. They believed in other things. And so the people who followed, not all, there were still some that would travel back to Jerusalem and actually moved into the kingdom of Judah rather than continue to watch and be around the people who were in Israel and were worshiping other gods and starting to not do the things of the commandments of the Lord, which included loving thy neighbor, which included not coveting thy neighbor's wife and not committing murder and such. So there was a lot going on. And so that's why Hosea is being utilized as an example. So if verse 2 kind of throws you off right now, it'll describe what is going on because it's using Hosea and his life as to what's going on with Israel at the time. Verse 2, the beginning of the word of the Lord by Hosea. And the Lord said to Hosea, go take unto thee a wife of whoredoms and children of whoredoms, for the land hath committed great whoredom, departing from the Lord. Cheating, not not following, not being committed, bringing past to present, not being committed to the Lord. Okay, this is a lot. There are people even today that praise and worship the Lord. And there's a saying, if you've heard it, you may have heard it. They praise and worship the Lord on Sunday and commit all kinds of sins on Monday. Or, as far as I've heard and seen, as soon as they walk out of the door, or while they're even amongst the congregation. Why stop there? And so there is a sense in people when they start to feel that their own self and their own thoughts, because they are believing that they are worshiping God, but at the same time they're starting to bend the line, they're starting to blur things because they believe in God, they believe that other things that they may think of or do is also okay. And it's okay because you thought of it. Instead of continually asking the Spirit, instead of continually focusing our eyes on the Lord, we tend to, while we're even in the midst of, can go astray. There are many instances in the Bible where this happens. But look at what is being utilized. Hosea is being utilized to show that Israel was not being committed to the Lord. Now, he said, for the time being, as he goes down in verse 7, but I will have mercy upon the house of Judah and will save them by the Lord their God, and will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, nor by horses, nor by horsemen. So not because of them, but because they are they're worshiping me. They're still worshiping me, whereas the rest of Israel had stopped. And so, because they were not fully committed. Thinking about that, thinking about being fully committed. Let's say you are, you say, hey, I follow Christ. Okay. Let's take a quick moment. I have a confession. I have to say this. I love the Lord. I love Jesus. I really do, and I'm like, and all my life I had to fight because I love the Lord, but I had to fight myself because in myself, I believed in the Lord. And then there was a time where I believed in the Lord, but I got cold. I just wanted to live life. I just wanted to, it was like, but why can't I also just live life and just do what I think is right and do whatever and still worship the Lord, but do it on my terms, my time, and do it how I want to do things. Because, I see other people, they're being able to, figuratively saying, in my imagination or my thought process, because we all write scripts for each other, that these other people, they're just living their life and then they go to church on Sunday or whenever or not, but they still say that they love the Lord. And, and at times you can see it, and at times, we all take our eyes, we all wander. So why can't I just, continue just to live? And if I want to be sarcastic to people. If I want to be facetious to people or myself. Sabotage, or just not, or just do everything for the gain. And then I realized, and hearing myself, I'm like, who's that? That's not the person who said, I choose you, Lord. That's not the person that believed. But at the same time, the Lord saw who I really was. And he took a chance. He took a chance on you, and he took a chance on me. But that chance is also a humanistic term, because it wasn't a chance for him. It was a commitment. Jesus committed to do whatever it took to make sure that we could live with him forever. Whatever it took. And that's why even Jesus said in the New Testament, he was talking to his Father, and he said, if there's, and don't quote me, because it's going to come out not exactly verbatim, but, if there's another way, remove this cup. Like, not if there's something else that can be done, but there wasn't. And that wasn't because he wanted another way or thought. That was for us. That was to understand there was only one way. And he knew that. And he was ready to do that. Because the point was that he was here for his intentions. And he even said that. He intended to fully go and be committed. So where are we with our commitment to the Lord? What are things that we can look at to see, ooh, that's not showing commitment to the Lord. Grabbing the last 5 boxes on the shelf, even though I needed 2, because in my mind I need extra just in case. Just many other examples. Think about it in your mind. Think about it. Take a moment and think about it. Even if you have to pause the video, think about, are you fully committed to the Lord? Before we go on, though, what kind of thoughts or feelings come to your mind when you read over this? How does it make you feel? And what does it make you think?